Hi everyone, Terry here with another process video for Bramble Fox using some of the fab words from this month's Fox box, one of the stencils and also some of the new confetti pieces available. So I pulled out some of my Dilutions paint to add some mixed media to the background. I'm using basil marshmallow cardstock for this layout, and I'm just adding some kind of stripes of black shimmer paint. I think it's called Black Marble, this colour, and I'm just adding it with like kind of obvious brush strokes along the page. So I'm adding a larger area in the middle for which the celebrate word's going to go on, and then two smaller or thinner lines of brush strokes on the bottom, and then one at the top for the other two words that I'm going to use. So I'm using the celebrate word and then the hooray and the yay pieces from the Fox box. So I'm just making sure that the strips are wide enough for the words to sit on. I'm absolutely loving these bright perspectives that Morag's brought out this month. They're kind of a neon colour, and I actually had perfect acrylic paint colours in the Dilutions paint. So I've got Strawberry Daiquiri and Tropical Sangria, and they match really well with these perspective colours. So I'm just waiting for that to dry a little bit, and now I'm going to add some of the arrows with this Bramble Fox stencil. I'm just adding some washi tape either side of the arrows that I want to use so that I don't accidentally add some of the other strips. It's just a good trick for stopping any excess paint from going through. So I'm using the Tropical Sangria, so the pink colour, to add some of these arrows on the top and bottom of each painted black area, just to add a pop of vibrant colour. And then you'll see I'm going to go in with the Strawberry Daiquiri, which is kind of an orange colour, with a different arrow design. So I've just moved that washi tape so that I can't accidentally put the wrong arrows on. And I'm just overlapping those little arrows with the pink ones that I've just put down. Apologies that some of this is slightly off camera. So I'm just using a piece of cut sponge to add my paint through the stencil. I'm not worrying too much if it's perfect. One trick is that if you've got paint that's going through the stencil and kind of creating a splodgy mess underneath, then the likelihood is that you've got too much paint on your sponge or your brush. I've also got some fluorescent Posca paint pens, so I'm just using them to add some splashes of fluorescent paint around the areas of where I've got the arrows. And now I'm going to look at using some of the Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold patterned papers to back these photos. So I've pulled out some older photos that are from some girl guiding events that I've been to over the years. There is always bright colours, dressing up, daft headwear. You can see there's a picture of some very fluorescent pink tights and black leg warmers from a gig that I went to a few years ago. So I just thought these colours were just perfect for using with these photos, and it's nice to kind of document some of the crazy things that I've done with guiding over the years. So I've just added those photos to the patterned paper. So I've gone for the two square ones on a pink patterned paper, and then the landscape one on the blue and lime coloured ones. So I'm just going to add these to the layout. Some areas slightly raised on foam pads, and then the bottom of the photo stuck flush to the background. So there's a few areas on these photos that don't need to be seen. It's more about the story behind it all, really. So I've just stuck them over the top of bits where there's nothing really to see. So I'm going to add that word celebrate in the blue to the right hand side on the middle strip of black paint. And then these beautiful fluorescent perspectives that say hooray and yay top and bottom. I want these to be kind of a real focus point on this layout, and I think having the black background really makes them stand out against the black. So Morag is pairing with Dotty About Flair this month, so we've all been sent a few flares to use on our layouts by Adam. So I've just managed to find one that fitted all the colours that I'm using in this layout, so I've just tucked it in under my photo at the bottom. And now I've just been looking through the ephemera pack and sticker sheets to decide what ephemera I can add to this layout. Now it's already quite a busy layout with lots of perspectives and multiple photos and the mixed media on the background, so I don't want to add too much to overcrowd the layout, but I am just looking at what bits would work, particularly the little word stickers. So I did my best, which is very much a guiding type thing. I can't remember what that little red one says without looking. And I think there's not much more to add, because what I do want to add is some of the confetti pieces. So I'm just going to add a couple of little arrows on foam pads, kind of pointing from the words and the photos, and they're in kind of the lime greens and the blues, just to kind of tie it in the patterned paper that I've used, and also that celebrate word. And it kind of creates flow down the page as well if you look at where the arrows are pointing to. So now I'm going to go back to those confetti pieces. I do look at adding in the spirals, but I go back to using the little kind of star shapes throughout this layout. So I'm just sticking them down with some glossy accents, just kind of in and around where the photos are. So you'll see I do swap out where those spirals are for the little star shapes. And they pop really well against both the white background and the black painted area. So this is my layout complete. I just add some journaling and some areas of stitched metallic thread just in each area where the words are. You can see it in that photo there. Thanks for joining me on YouTube today, and check out all the links in the description below for the items that I've used.